everyone, I'm here to read you an extra special story called Shark Surprise. Have you heard this story before? You haven't? Well, you're in for an extra special treat. It's not going to end like you'd expect. I was swimming near the ocean surface one day when I heard a rat-a-tat-tat above my head. Curious, I popped out of the water. My friend Scuttle was on a rock. He was beating what looked like a musical instrument. "Hey, Ariel, check out my wing tapper," the seagull called. "Where did you get it?" I asked. "It just floated by," Scuttle replied. "It must have come from the new shipwreck by the Coral Cove." I couldn't believe my ears. A new shipwreck with musical instruments on board? I had to find it. I rushed home to get my collecting bag. As I passed the throne room, I saw my father speaking with my sisters. A large shark has been spotted in our waters," King Triton warned. "I want all of you to stay close to the palace today." He looked straight at me. "Especially you," he said. "Don't worry, Daddy. I won't go too far," I called as I rushed off. But my father wasn't convinced. He ordered Sebastian, the court composer, to follow me and make sure I stayed out of trouble. I quickly found my friend Flounder. I told him about the sunken ship. "It is humans, musical objects," I said excitedly. "But Ariel," Flounder interrupted, "didn't you hear? There's a big shark swimming around here." "Oh, Flounder, we won't go too far," I said. "Besides, if we don't hurry, all the treasure will float away." "Okay," Flounder agreed, "as long as we're quick." Just beyond the Coral Cove, I spotted the shipwreck. "There it is!" I cried. I swam through a large hole in the deck. "Isn't this incredible?" I whispered. Flounder didn't answer. "Flounder?" I turned around. "Where are you?" "Ariel, help!" I hurried back to the deck and found my friend caught in a fishing net. "I'm stuck," Flounder said, wiggling. I held on to his fins and tugged until he popped free. "That was close," Flounder sighed. "We should head back." "Not yet," I insisted. "We still have to find the musical instruments." Suddenly, we heard a loud clang from inside the ship. "What was that?" Flounder asked nervously. "Music to my ears," I said. Flounder and I swam through the hole in the deck. Soon we discovered a large, beautiful room. It was filled with musical instruments. "Humans must have held concerts in here," I said, clapping my hands excitedly. It was even better than I had imagined. I swam about collecting some of the smaller instruments. Meanwhile, Flounder ran his tail along the strings of a harp. "Hey, Ariel!" he exclaimed. "Did you hear that? Maybe Sebastian will let me be in the orchestra." But I was too busy examining a tuba. "This sure is a funny-looking thing," I said. I put my lips on it and blew as hard as I could. Out popped Sebastian! Oh, dear. I bet he's the one who made the clanking noise. "Sebastian!" I cried. "What are you doing here?" "Chasing after you, that's what," Sebastian said. "You're coming home with me, young lady, this instant." "Ariel? Sebastian?" Flounder interrupted. "Look!" He pointed to the window. A giant shark was staring at us from outside. He's a pretty big shark, isn't he? Oh, dear. Smash! The shark crashed through the window. Sebastian and Flounder were terrified, but I thought quickly. I used my tail to knock over a large drum in front of the shark. The shark swam straight through it and got stuck. "Come on," I cried, racing out of the room with Sebastian and Flounder. The three friends zipped through the hole of the ship's deck and into the open water, but the shark got loose and chased after us. "Hold on tight," I yelled to Flounder and Sebastian. I grabbed my friends and began to swim in loop-de-loops and zigzags. The shark got so dizzy he couldn't follow us. While the shark was off balance, I darted into a small cave in the coral cove. The friends kept very quiet, but a tambourine accidentally slipped and fell out of my bag. Clang! The shark heard the noise and found us. "We're doomed!" cried Sebastian. I swam in front of my friends to protect them, but then I noticed the shark eyeing the tambourine. "Do you like music?" I asked carefully. The shark nodded. I pulled out a few more instruments. "Just play along," I whispered to Flounder and Sebastian. I began to sing while Flounder tapped the tambourine and Sebastian plucked the strings on a violin. "Bravo!" cried the shark. "I just love music. I tried to join you before, but you swam away too quickly." You mean you're not gonna eat us?" Flounder asked. "Oh, no," the shark replied. "I'm more interested in music than merfolk and their friends." "Oh, isn't that wonderful?" The shark loves music. The shark introduced himself. "My name is Fang," he said. "It's nice to meet you, Fang," I said. Then I had an idea. "We have an orchestra back at the palace. Do you think you'd like to join it?" Sebastian nearly fainted. "I wish I could," Fang said with a sigh, "but my fins are too short to play an instrument, and my voice is all scratchy." "Well, that's that," said Sebastian, relieved. But I shook my head. "There must be an instrument you can play." Suddenly, I noticed the shark's enormous teeth. "Or an instrument you could be." I grabbed 2 felt mallets from my sack. "Smile, please," I instructed. When the shark did, I played his huge teeth like a xylophone. The sound was enchanting. "See?" I grinned. "He'd make the perfect addition to your orchestra, Sebastian." Isn't that a beautiful smile that Mr. Shark has? Or Mr. Fangs, that is. Sebastian shook his head. "Ariel, the king will never allow a shark in the orchestra." "Don't worry," I said. "I think I know a way to convince Daddy." Back at the palace, Fang waited outside, while I and my friends swam into the throne room. "Daddy," I began, "what would you say if I told you we'd met an amazing musician?" "I'd say that's wonderful," King Triton replied. "And who is this talented creature?" "He's a shark," Flounder blurted out as Fang swam in. At first, my father did not want Fang in the orchestra. Then he heard the shark's special music. After I explained Fang didn't eat merfolk, my father finally agreed. "I know just how to celebrate," I said. "We should hold a special concert starring the orchestra's newest member." That weekend, all the merfolk in the kingdom swam into the concert hall to hear the shark. They were a bit nervous, but they were also very curious. Fang was nervous too. He looks like a pretty nervous shark, doesn't he? Sebastian raised his baton. I nodded at Fang. "Let's show them what you've got." The shark opened his mouth in a wide smile. The audience gasped, but when I began to play, Fang's teeth like a xylophone, everyone cheered and clapped. The music was wonderful.
Thank you for making my dreams come true,
Fang told me after the concert. I just laughed. I just went on an adventure to find humans' musical instruments, I said. But I came back with the biggest musical surprise under the sea. I hope you enjoyed that story. It proves that you can never judge anyone without knowing them. Because that shark was a pretty awesome musician, wasn't he? Well, I hope everyone has a mertastic day. Don't forget to stay safe and have fun. Bye-bye.